Ulcer is one such disease. Of bacterial origin, it spreads at a ruthless rate in the porous coastal areas close to stretches of water and affects children in particular. It often starts with a nodule, a growth under the skin. Infection of the nodule leads to the formation of an ulcer that destroys the skin and soft tissue, generally on the arms and legs. If left untreated, its consequences can be dramatic.
Her illness started on her leg. It was just an inflammation. Then she had an edema on her whole leg. We first took our daughter to see a healer because I thought it was a spell. He started her treatment, but it didn't help. Then I came back to take her to the hospital. They told me that this illness could not be treated by the hospital. Then I went to another healer in Couvet, where I spent a lot of money. But again, it didn't help. Then I went from one healer to another without success. We were reduced to trying to treat our daughter ourselves with herb dressings, until one day somebody told us about the specialist center in Sevier.
Case managed by Handicap International's teams, Akale was cared for at the Sevier Center, which cares for people with Buruli ulcer from across the coastal region.
Buruli ulcer is a disease found in areas close to stretches of water and marshlands. It is a highly disabling disease if it occurs too late. The illness often starts as a nodule or patch. If the disease occurs at the nodule stage, we make a simple incision and treat it for 8 weeks, and the patient is cured without any complications. However, if the patient does not seek treatment straight away and arrives with an ulcer diagnosed near a joint, it can be cured but with after effects such as ankylosis, joint retraction, or even the development of cancerous cells, which can lead to amputation. The aim of the program is to diagnose this disease very early in order to avoid these complications.
Early detection, followed by a course of antibiotics lasting several weeks, prevents the spread of the disease and its disabling consequences. It also limits the indirect cost of the treatment and the loss of income for poor people who need to accompany their relatives to the hospital and neglect their work in the fields. This early detection is supported by awareness-raising activities targeted in particular at children, based on the personal accounts of people with the disease.
What I have just said to the students is that they should not follow my example. My mistake was not knowing it was an illness that could be treated with medication. I told them to go to the clinic as soon as they saw the first symptoms. By doing that, they will avoid the deformations that I have now. It's not witchcraft. It's not a spell. It's a disease that you can catch.
With the staff of 45 people, including 5 expatriate staff, the work of Handicap International in Togo goes far beyond awareness raising. The association has set up a series of rehabilitation activities and provides home care for people seriously affected by Buruli ulcer.
Rehabilitation is about watching what the person does. You go to their home and you see what you can do. Since there is no sophisticated equipment to do it, you look for everyday things around her so that she can do her exercises. You go to the patient's home, you look at their environment, you create an exercise that she can do every day.
The success of this project depends on the outreach work performed with local facilities such as schools and primary health centers. In this rural society, which remains extremely traditional, the teams are also keen to forge links with traditional healers to ensure they refer patients to the Sevier Center themselves and help them avoid the disabling after effects of the disease.
I am a traditional healer in Sevier. We treat the sick using plants. As far as the Buruli ulcer is concerned, we don't have any power over that sickness. If someone comes with that sickness, we send them to the hospital. That's what I said at the meeting just now.
Akele will never walk again, but the care she received has put a stop to her illness. The tricycle made by Handicap International marks a new stage in her life, offering her the possibility of returning to school, of having an existence outside her home, and building her own life.